My dear friends, this is important news. As millions of Americans scramble to pay their energy bills, the Biden administration is encouraging eligible households to apply for financial relief. You may be eligible for this aid. Several states across the country are currently distributing thousands of dollars to help assist with these costly bills. I'll be sharing how you can find out if you qualify. So please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, in a video later today, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My dear friends, if you would like to enter these weekly giveaways, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways.
With limited resources, and we have limited resources, what's the best way to spend them? To make sure that we have a reliable grid, to make sure that we can mitigate against whether weather or climate change events and mitigate the problem of hurricanes and tornadoes and floods, that type of thing. One thing we can do is stop building in flood zones, account for the external costs, the externalities when it comes to building expensive properties on the coastal regions. Don't expect the federal government coming in and bail you out. So there's some common sense things we can do there. I'll ask Dr. Tierney, Dr. Kiernan, did you guys know how much we've spent in total trying to mitigate climate change globally?
I don't have that number at my fingertips, but I would be happy to follow up with you.
I'd like to hear that. We did have one witness from AEI said there was a pretty good estimate, about $5 trillion. In the Inflation Reduction Act, the green energy component of that was CBO costed is about $400 billion, but Goldman Sachs said it's closer to about $1.2 trillion with a T. Throughout these hearings, we keep talking about different costs, a couple tens of billions here, 20 billion there, 50 billion there. We're talking $1,200 billion when I have no idea where that money is going to be spent. If it's going to be spent to mitigate climate change, I would argue it's probably going to be misspent because I don't think there's anything we can really do to hold back the tides. If we've already spent $5 trillion, people are still, hair on fire, concerned that the world's going to end in 12 years. It's not. Governor Bell Edwards, what you were talking about, the success you're having in Louisiana is a mitigation efforts, correct? I mean, wouldn't you like a more certain portion of that $1.2 trillion to use to mitigate against hurricanes, as opposed to $1.2 trillion spent on wind, solar? I don't know how cost-effective those things are going to be, what that's going to do, and I'll ask later, Ms. Espy, how does that affect the grid? But Governor Bill Edwards.
Well, I guess I have a difference of opinion with you, Senator. Louisiana is the most adversely affected state when it comes to climate change, and we produce more CO2 per capita than just about any other state in the nation. And I think we need to be acting on both fronts.
Do you think China or India are going to give up fossil fuels?
I'm not sure what they will do, Senator. I was taught to lead by example and from the front.
Sure. But 80% of our power is generated by fossil fuels, and we actually had a majority witness say that that's not going to change either. So again,
As temperatures across the United States near 100 degrees or more, millions of low-income Americans are grappling with the same agonizing decisions, choosing between enduring perilous heat or paying costly bills. While President Biden has invested billions into federal programs that subsidize the poorest Americans' energy costs, the money reaches only a fraction of the most vulnerable during the sweltering summer months. Nationwide, nearly 30 million American households struggle to pay their energy bills and qualify for the subsidy, but less than 3% receive it for their summer bills. So compared to food stamps, which reach over 80% of the eligible population, the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program falls far short. That's because most states run out of their federal funding every year. As it stands, many states do not even offer the assistance for summer months, and those that do often run out of funds before the hottest time of the year rolls around. The program was founded decades ago with a focus on winter heating bills and has been slow to adapt to climate change's hotter summer months. President Biden has promoted the program as crucial for low-income families to help with their energy bills, stating last week that during the sweltering summer, even when the heat is over, many of our families may see their largest ever energy bill. Eligible residents in Louisville, Kentucky, can now apply for assistance with their energy bills for the summer of 2024. Applications for the summer cooling subsidy, a component of the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program in Louisville, Kentucky, are open this month. In order to qualify, applicants must be residents of Jefferson County and have a household income at or below 150% of the federal poverty guidelines. For a household of one, the maximum monthly income is $1,823, and for a household of four, the maximum income is $3,750. Applications for the Summer Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program have been opened for residents in Northwest Arkansas and in the River Valley. Residents can receive help with their gas and electric bills. Applicants and their households can receive up to $600 per bill. To receive this assistance, residents must qualify through the state, and applications are open until September 30th, 2023, or until funds run out. Officials say they believe the funds will last for several weeks, so do make sure that you apply for the programs if you reside in one of these states. The number of Americans applying for jobless benefits jumped last week, but according to economists, this is not enough to raise concerns about the consistently strong U.S. labor market. U.S. applications for unemployment benefits rose by 21,000 to 248,000 for the week ending August 5th. That is up from 227,000 the week before. The Labor Department confirmed that amount is the most in 5 weeks. Jobless claim applications are viewed as broadly representative of the number of layoffs in a given week. Applications for jobless aid reach a higher level above 260,000 for a few weeks during the spring, causing some concern, but then retreated. Troubling levels of inflation moved the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates at a high pace for the past year and a half. So far, the central bank raised its benchmark rate 11 times to the current 5.4%, and that is a 22-year high. Part of the Fed's reasoning was to cool the job market and to bring down wages, which in theory suppresses price growth. Though inflation has come down significantly during that stretch, the job market has remained remarkably strong. And just last week, the Labor Department reported that U.S. employers added 187,000 jobs in July. Fewer than expected, but still a healthy number. Also last week, the government reported that job openings fell below 9.6 million in June, the lowest number in more than 2 years. However, the numbers remain unusually robust, considering monthly job openings never topped 8 million before 2021. Outside of a flurry of layoffs in the technology sector earlier this year, companies have mostly been retaining workers. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Friday. My dear friends, thank you so much for being part of this community and for joining me here every single day. To say thank you and for being part of this community, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. Please make sure that you do stay tuned for that video. Thank you, friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed Friday.